In this week's Parsha, we learn about a terrible story. The story of a terrible argument, a machlokes that broke out between Moshe Rabbeinu, our great leader, and a man by the name of Korach. Now, Moshe, of course, we know was a great man. Korach also was a great man. But what happened in the end? God said that Korach and all his family and all his followers will be destroyed. Some were eaten up by the very ground they stood on. Others were burnt by a terrible fire. What was it? What caused this terrible, terrible argument? Well, there was a certain claim of nepotism that Korach had towards Moshe. He said, how can you appoint these people, their family and whatever? I want to be appointed. My people should be appointed. And Moshe just answered, hey, I'm not the one who decided this. This is all from Hashem. But they didn't believe Moshe. In the end, we see that Korach was wrong. And I always wondered, what was it? What was the difference? Because Korach was a great man as well. He was the leader of his tribe. He was the leader of his people as well. So what went wrong? If you look at the first 5 psukim of the Parsha, I think that it translates very well and describes very well the difference in the attitude between Moshe and Korach. The first 3 psukim talk about Korach, and at first it says, Vayikach Korach, Korach went and took all these people with him. And then it says, Vayidaber, and he spoke, Vayikumu, and he got up to fight with Moshe. Those are the words that it uses, very actionable words, no sitting back. Then it talks about Moshe, Vayishma Moshe. Moshe heard. Moshe listened, Vayidaber, and he spoke to them only after listening. You see, if you want to know how to argue properly, because there's the right way to argue and there's the wrong way to argue. If you want to argue properly, then you have to listen to your opponent and really listen and really understand where your opponent is coming from. Try to understand what he's saying, why he's saying what he's saying. And then obviously sometimes the other's wrong and you can't repair the relationship. But you know what? If that's the kind of argument that it is, it's much better because there's no fighting. Korach didn't want to wait. He didn't want to listen. He got up and immediately he was getting up and fighting. That's the difference. And if you want to have an argument that works out, then you have to listen. Have a great Shabbos, everybody. This Sunday, I am going with Rage to Vienna and then Israel. God willing, I will be going to the Kaisel Hamaravi, the Western Wall, and be praying for everybody. Please send me your name. And God willing, I'm really, really excited. First trip after Corona. Have a great Shabbos, everybody. Take care.